Today I want to show you how the Volkswagen ID3 Pro is when you use it every day. When you go to work, you go to grocery shopping, and then sometimes you have to travel a bit further, but not a long distance trip, so maybe you have to charge once or something. Important, it had a 59 kilowatt hour battery, so your range of course is a bit less than, let's say, in a Pro S or in the GTX or something like this. And I did 130 kilometers an hour range test when it was really cold. Today it's wet but not as cold. And you get around 216 kilometers from 0 to 100%, or the other way around. So it's not amazing, so you have to keep that in mind. In the summer, of course, it's a bit better. WLTP range is over 400, but not highway speed, and especially in the winter when it's cold. This car has 19-inch winter tires on, and I'm going to go to Regensburg today. Back in there and back is around 200 kilometers, so we will charge at some point. But I want to show you how grocery shopping and something like this is. The trunk is not electric, so you have to open it by hand and close it by hand, and you also cannot open it. You can unlock it with the key, but it doesn't open without the key. You have enough trunk space in there. It's not for holidays if you have 4 grown-ups in there and stuff like this, but if you go on a little trip and you have a bit of stuff with you and you go grocery shopping, it's fine. It's just suitcases when you need more than one, then maybe this is not the right car for you. But it's a good height, and grocery shopping and stuff like this, that's no problem at all. Locking and unlocking you can do, of course, with the key. Just press the buttons, but we have keyless access. That means when you get close to the car with your key, it will unlock, and it also has the, when you go away, it will lock the car also. And when it cannot lock, so if a door is still open or something, then it will give you a warning message. And new with ID software 5.0, you can also lock and unlock with the app. There are a lot of features in the car that can help you make your everyday use just way more comfortable. Number one is, of course, the scheduled preheating. You can just go in here and say that at what times. You only have 2 times, but during the week and every week the same, it will preheat the car. It can also defrost the windows, and you can also select what driver, if you need both seats or just one seat, then we'll heat up the steering wheel and the seats as well. Scheduled charging is also another thing. On 4 different locations you can have a charging plan. That means that you can say on what days and what time it should charge to what state of charge. So I don't know, you come home from work, plug it in, and it's not charging, but then in the morning when you get in, you are at the state of charge that you programmed it. And you can also have a charging window. That means it just charges from, I don't know, 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., whatever you schedule it. So if it's cheaper for you at those times. In the app you can preheat the car as well if you're shopping and then you think, oh, I'm taking too long, the car is gonna get cold, I want to preheat it, and then you can do that. And you also of course see when the car is charging overnight if you want to check what range do I have and at what state of charge am I, with what power am I charging. The ID3 is really great when it comes to everyday use for driving. It's very comfortable, very stable, steering is light, you don't have to work. Even on a country road you can already turn on the steering assist. You have auto lights that we can switch when the light turns on, when it's darker, or when it's even when it's still already a bit bright, which is amazing. Seat heater works really well, climate automatics works really well. You don't have extra climate for the rear that goes from the air on top or the foot area. That's a bit sad. Also, going into a parking space when you're shopping is totally fine. You have all the sensors, you have a 360-degree camera, you have a park assist where it parks itself. Backup camera is always clean since it's always hidden away, which is awesome. Doesn't matter if it's raining. That's a big pro that you rarely have in any other car. I love that. And Park Assist Plus can also be done with the app outside of the car, but rarely anyone uses that. I think that's more of a gimmick. That's only in weird situations when somebody parked as close as, oh my god, crazy. On the highway or on a country road that's a bit wider, of course you use travel assist and it's really, really comfortable. You can relax a bit, it steers itself, you have of course adaptive cruise control, which is amazing in the city for stop and go traffic. You just have it on, it keeps the distance, it stops. When it stops too long, you have to press the accelerator pedal to continue. Other than that, it does it automatically. It's really well done, it works well, again, it relaxes you, does everything automatic. It's so nice. When you have to navigate to something and you don't have to plan ahead, so you take a short trip like I do today, it's nice that voice commands work really well. Since we are in Germany and doing a voice command in German right now, in English on German addresses doesn't work too well, but if I do it when I have set it to German and I say it in German, it works incredibly well. So addresses, locations, a point of interest, I say a grocery store name and the city, and it gives me a number of options, and I just say 1, 2, or 3. It works really, really well, surprisingly well. The car is not the quietest, of course, but it's still okay. Right now with 140, it's incredibly stable and comfy for a car in this class, Golf size and everything. And it just, it's not, like I said, the quietest, but it's still quiet enough. Sound system is good, you can listen to your audiobook, and with the quietness you can understand everything. The sound system doesn't have incredible bass, even though it has the subwoofer, and I have that in my ID3 too, but it's okay. When you drive cruise control and you want to change the speed, just press -1 for 1 km/h change, and if you want 10, you press a bit harder or you swipe, and that's it. Now I'm driving 140, and this car has a top speed of 160, but the thing goes up to 180. And you have 5 distances, so you can put it to distance 5, which is really far, and distance 1 is not extremely close, so it's really well. The wipers are okay. I have 2 sensitivity settings for the rain sensor if I want to use it in auto. Rear wiper can wipe interval or all the time. I can spray in the rear and in the front, of course. Totally normal and okay. But let's drive a bit faster, and this is the top speed, 162, 163, and it's still comfortable and fine, so I don't have to hold the steering wheel like crazy. It's not moving around. It's totally okay. But again, it's 160. Something what you have to think about in this car in the winter is it's a smaller battery and it's more affected by the temperature. So when the battery is cold, you don't have full power and you don't have full regen. That's totally normal. But in this size battery with this software, even today where it has 4 degrees, I didn't have full regen at around 80% because the battery was at a lower temperature. And it also, and so when it's really cold, you don't have I don't have full power right now too. But I use the power a bit, maybe this is the reason. So this you really have to think about, and manually preheating helps with that, but of course it costs energy. Also, when the battery is fully charged, which is normal that you don't have full regen, but in this battery, till you have full regen, sometimes it has to go down to 83, 84%. In the big battery, so the Pro S, it's already at above 90%. And here we have the amazing goodbye window that you get in every MEB platform car, and it's amazing. You can have your charger right away, climate on, so when you go out it will keep the climate at 22.5 degrees for half an hour. After that you have to use the app. You can turn on your scheduled climate on and off, and you can turn off the alarm system in here, which is very important. You can save your charging process that you did, and you can change those and change the order as well. It's nice that the charging contact works really well, so you don't have to worry that the charging process doesn't work because communication doesn't work, so it works every time. You have plug-in charge if you want that. You can activate it. What is happening here? 10 billions of pigeons, careful. Plug-in charge, you plug in and it automatically will charge with some chargers. That's also nice. So as you can see, the ID3 is a great car for daily use. And I forgot, of course you can lock the car also with just touching the door handle, as it always was possible, and open it also. When you just open it, it will unlock automatically. So no problem with that. But overall is really amazing. We had a bit of a higher consumption because we drove fast on this drive, but it was a lot of fun. If you have a whole fleet of electric cars or you need a driver's logbook, then check out Tronity. Tronity connects to your car. A lot of brands are supported, and it will collect all the data of your driving, consumption, kilometers, all the drives you took. It will know with GPS where you went, and then you can say what was a private and what was a business trip, and there you have your driver's logbook, tax compliant. And then you can manage a whole fleet. You can say this car charged here at home, this car charged here, this is something that we need for our business, and stuff like this. Check them out in the link in the description below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, BatteryLife1, and if you want to support the channel, there's a Patreon link in the description below. And here on YouTube, there's also channel membership. And if you want to know what's happening behind the scenes, what equipment am I using, I have a third YouTube channel, Behind the Battery. But that's it for me. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and take care. Bye.